you and where are you from?
My name is Daniel Norris. I'm from Waveland, Mississippi currently.
All right, and we are in Biloxi and right now. And what do you do?
I am a former law enforcement officer of 24 years who has just recently left the field and is going back to school for cybersecurity and networking.
Wow, you must have seen some hurricanes.
Yes, sir. I've lived through numerous hurricanes throughout my life.
Has the climate changed much since you were a kid?
Well, I grew up in the country, sir, in Louisiana and Mississippi, so I haven't noticed any real significant difference as far as the climate, other than in the country, of course, with the trees and everything. It's a lot cooler, where in the city around concrete buildings and there's not a lot of trees or grass or anything, it tends to get a lot hotter in the cities than it does out in the country.
All right. And so it hasn't changed at all since you were a kid, as far as you know?
Not that I've noticed.
It's cooler in the shade still.
It's cooler in the shade now. I will say it affects me differently from when I was younger, but as far as any significant temperature change and all, I haven't noticed it myself.
And then what about on an everyday basis, say on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most concerned, where would you put yourself? Are you worried about concern about the climate?
To tell you the truth, sir, I'd probably be right in the middle, because of the sense that people that live in the city and everything and don't know much about out in country and small towns and everything. No disrespect to them, but I mean, they're living around concrete, they're using up resources and everything like that, so they don't think about it. We're out in the country, I mean, they sort of badmouth us because we tend to hunt and fish and all, but we're also, when we do that, we're more concerned about the environment and the animals and everything, conservation and all with that. So I mean, there has to be some communication with that. So I'm concerned that the city folk and all are not seeing the whole picture, where they need to have a broader outlook.
And so what about the future? Are you an optimist or a pessimist, and what can we do about it?
It's one of the few things and all that I'm an optimist about, because other than natural occurring climate change that happens throughout the history of the world and all, I mean, poles shift, ice ages come, they go, temperatures rise and lower and everything. I think it's basically the same. We're on course for doing it. Certain decades or centuries and all are hotter than others, where some are cooler than others. That's just normal. But I'm very optimistic on it, and I'm not seeing any major shifts in the near future. I mean, I've lived long enough where, I mean, every decade it's sort of like a different scare. Back in the 70s and 80s and all, the fossil fuels and everything, if we don't get off of them, the climate is going to go haywire. In the 90s, if we don't get off, change the way we're living, and we don't do certain things to help the environment and all, we're all going to be underwater by 2003. In the 2000s and all, now they're trying to blame livestock in the country, methane gas, and causing damage to the earth. Pardon me, I'm looking for the correct word, but the ionosphere, or the atmosphere around the earth and everything, where natural disasters like volcanoes and all do significantly more damage to that than man-made problems. I'm not saying that we should just go willy-nilly with it, but I don't think it's as a significant problem as some of the activists make it out to be.
So you're an optimist because it's being overblown?
I think it's overblown to a certain extent. I mean, we do need to pay attention to it and monitor it, but I do not believe that it is as extreme and man-made as they make it out to be. No, sir.
All right. Thank you very much. Today on August 4th, here in Biloxi, Mississippi. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.